Hello? Is this Hopwood Hall? I'm just kidding. My name is Hopwood DePree, and we're here at Hopwood Hall. And the way I found out about Hopwood Hall was growing up in the United States with the name Hopwood. I never liked it. My grandfather was also named Hopwood, and when I was a little kid, he used to tell me bedtime stories about Hopwood Castle, he called it. And I always just thought it was a fairy tale or some kind of story to put me to sleep. And years later, as an adult, I got interested in genealogy and history, and I was researching online, looking back at my family, and came across this photograph of Hopwood Hall and was blown away because I felt like, wow, that was the castle that he was always talking about. So I came over to visit it, to see it, and it was in abandoned state, derelict, and it needed some help. I saw there was a lot of support from organizations like Historic England and Rochdale Council, which has also been very supportive. And it just felt like we could save this. We could band together and we could save this building. And that's exactly what's happening. And I moved over here full time and I'm helping to spearhead the project. And I love it. It's been an incredible adventure, and I'm so glad that I did it.
Hopwood Hall's been on the Heritage at Risk register since the late 90s, and we've continually monitored the building, and it's been on right from the start. So we've known that it's been a troublesome part, difficult building, difficult to find a use. You know, it's not really got those modern functions of a building, so it's taken quite a bit of vision to see what it might become. So we're right in the historic core of Hopwood Hall, and this is the original timber frame building location. These big timbers behind us are dated from a felling date of 1427, so really early. And they're a bit out of proportion for this room because this was an open hall room. So there was living accommodation at the far end, and then behind that screen there was the more sort of domestic sort of cooks and that sort of thing. And so it was just a double-storey height. And then gradually every era that's always lived here has just expanded and lived in the building, enclosed the courtyard and the coach house at the back. And yeah, we're just here trying to repair it. We've done a first phase of work, which is just emergency stabilising. And then this next bit of work will be really significant because with roof repairs, we can then allow access in for all the friends groups. We can bring people in, the college hopefully will come in and start doing small apprenticeship courses. So we're hoping that this will be the turning point to allow a greater level of access once it becomes safe to get in.
Well, we could not be doing this project without the incredible support of Historic England. They've come through with amazing grants to help save many parts of the building, to stabilize the full building, and to fix the roof, which everyone knows that you can't really repair anything until the water stops running down the walls. So without Historic England, none of that would be possible. Without the support of the local community and our friends group and volunteers and the local council, none of this would be possible. So it really has been a banding together of many people that are interested in saving Hopwood Hall and working together as a group to save it. It's very inspiring and exciting and a lot of fun.
That view is reflected by local politicians and people we speak to in the community as well. And although there's still an awful lot of work to do, and we're still working closely with Hopwood in terms of how we find a sustainable future use for the building, it's really encouraging just to see the level of involvement of local people, the amount of work that's been done, and literally walking in the building and go, wow, it's really changed. Over the last couple of years, it's been really noticeable how much of a change there's been.
Hopwood Hall has been here for over 600 years, and it has been a community hub for those many centuries. And so the idea of bringing that back and making it a place that the community can come and learn and enjoy and converse and just become part of it is a big part of this. We want to work together and make this happen for many, many generations to come. Our volunteers play an incredible role in what we're trying to do here, and they're doing so many diverse jobs and skills. Some are working in the gardening club, others are working in the restoration club and learning skills like leaded glass window making and lime mortar pointing, brick making, and not only are they making new friends and learning something new, but it's also incredibly rewarding for them to then see their work up in a window or on the wall and be able to point to that and say, I did that. And it will be a living monument to them that will live on for generations to come, and that their great-great-grandchildren may come and say, oh, my grandmother or my grandfather made that leaded window. So we love that sense of history. That's a sense of history that's already here and has been for 600 years, and we hope to carry it on for another 600 or more.
I've always wanted to see the hall renovated. My mum worked here during World War II. The Lancashire Cotton Corporation that she worked for transferred their office from central Manchester to the hall, and she had wonderful memories of the place. And of course, she died when she was in her 90s a few years ago, and I thought this is the ideal time to help restore it in Mum's memory as well. So, and we love it, we just love it.
I enjoy the company, they're really nice people here, and it's a worthwhile cause. I think that's the main thing. I'm local, I was born in Middleton, so I've lived here all my life. And I remember sneaking into this place, into the grounds, when I was probably about 9 or 10 years old. And although it wasn't occupied then, you could see it laid out really pretty much as it would have been, a bit overgrown. And it seemed a shame then, and I still think now that it's a really worthwhile job to actually see it being restored and brought back to a condition that it should be in, you know.
Certainly on a mental health level, I mean, it's just good to get out and be with other people for extended periods of time. Like, you know, we can be up here all day and be engaged in something, and we do that twice a week. I've got all kinds of plans that I would like to do here. I mean, I want a yoga group, we're going to set up a knitting class, anything just to bring people in and engage. It will be a beautiful venue.
Because at the end of the day, when you're walking away or you're driving down the drive and you suddenly see what you've done, you just get a real sense of pride. You know, your shoulders go up a little bit, don't they? It's just a nice, friendly atmosphere. And I suppose because we're all wanting to volunteer, we all want to actually help, don't we? We're all of the same mind, so at the end of the day, it's the hall and the gardens that matter, isn't it? So you put your troubles away.
Got loads of time now that I'm retired, and I'm happy to spend as much time here as possible. Happy to keep coming until I'm on a Zimmer frame.
On the big stone fireplace in the reception hall is the Hopwood family motto, which is by degrees. And there's two schools of thought as to what that means. Some people say that it means step by step. Other people say that because the Hopwoods were known to be part of the Middleton archers for many centuries, that the term by degrees refers to the difference between hitting a bullseye on a target or completely missing the target is just simply by degrees. I've taken the motto to heart, and I love it. So we all sort of work that way, just taking it one little day at a time and celebrating each achievement that we make as we work to rescue the hall.